I was hearing a lot of talk around this book, and I'm a big Wiley Blevins fan, and so I decided to order it to see what all the talk was about. And it is a great resource, teachers. I am here to tell you that if you have not bought this book yet, you should, for a couple reasons. He is so good at just boiling down the facts. There is research in here, but it doesn't go on and on and on and on. He shortcuts just the why and shortcuts the how-to, and in just a weekend you can completely read this entire book and glean tons of great information about the way we're shifting our reading instruction right now to focus on phonics. One of the things that I'm seeing is teachers are trying to use the resources they have and trying to teach with the brain and science of reading and all the things is just grasping at different pieces, but not necessarily pulling those pieces together in an effective and efficient way. And in this book, you are taught how to teach phonics instruction in small group and how to use decodables efficiently and effectively. So one of my takeaways, I'm going to share a couple takeaways in these different videos. One of my favorite quotes here, it's a whole chapter on it, what distinguishes strong from weak decodable texts. He writes, "Not all decodable texts are created equal." This has been one of my struggle points because I'm a big fan of decodable texts. I also am a big fan of leveled readers too, because what I loved about giving kids the freedom to choose their books is that kids got to pick what they were interested in. There were great pictures. There was interesting stuff to read in there. And even though the books were short and there were few words in each page, it was so much more captivating. Now, the negative thing that we all know is that those leveled readers weren't necessarily giving our kids the phonics, the systematic phonics instruction connection. So the book held words that they wouldn't be able to figure out. And so they were guessing, or they were memorizing, or we were rewiring their brain the wrong way by only using those books. But with decodable texts, we are definitely fixing that problem by teaching a skill, like for example, teaching a digraph, like the sh sound, and that it's an S and an H together, not s, but sh. We give them that word card that teaches the sound. We give them words to practice reading, and then we have to pull them into a text to read where they are reviewing patterns they already know, and they are interacting with that new pattern that they're adding on, and they're feeling successful because they know all the phonics patterns in the text put in front of them. But if you guys have been doing this year, you have seen that not all decodable texts are created equal. Some do not make any sense, and it drives me crazy because yay, now we're giving kids text that has patterns that they know and understand, but now we're teaching kids to just read words and not think about what they're reading because either A, those words don't make any sense, like they're not being put together into a sentence that's cohesive, they're not telling a story that's coherent, or the story is just really uninteresting. So now, check. We're teaching with the brain where we're meeting those phonics needs and rewiring the brain to look at the pieces and use their phonics knowledge while reading, but now we're boring kids to death with boring passages, and we are also teaching them to just read words and not think. And so Wiley Blevins does a great job of showing, number one, how to recognize that a decodable passage is not good and don't make your kids read it. There are tons of great resources out there that have interesting decodable stories, and they're great. So don't use the bad ones where kids are just reading to finish it and not reading to think and learn and enjoy reading. So if you haven't bought this book, definitely buy it, enjoy it, read it. It's a quick read, and I'll be back with some more nuggets of goodness from Wiley Blevins, choosing and using decodable texts. But for now, don't feel bad throwing away the bad decodable texts, and let's make sure that we're teaching our kids to read and think while they're even in these simple systematic word type passages. My name's Bryn Decker, and you can find more information on my website, inspiringliteracy.com. Check out some more tips I have from this book if you're interested. You'll find it there. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.